It started when I returned home and found another one of Karen's HOA schemes waiting for me. She had called the cops after I ignored a fine she issued, clearly expecting me to panic or comply. I knew better. This was not the first time she had tried to intimidate me, and it certainly wouldn't be the last. But this time, I was prepared to make an example of her. I stepped onto my property calmly, surveying the driveway and yard. My K9s were already positioned strategically, one near the front entrance, another patrolling the perimeter, and a third near the dock. Their growls were low and warning, enough to make anyone think twice about approaching. Almost immediately, Karen arrived in her usual flurry, phone in hand, calling the police. "They're refusing to pay. They're ignoring the HOA rules," she shouted, clearly unaware of the legal reality. I raised my hand and spoke firmly. "Karen, your fines and threats are meaningless. You are trespassing, and any further harassment will be documented and prosecuted. Law enforcement has already been notified of your actions." Her face twisted with panic as the first patrol car arrived. The officer approached calmly, reviewing my property records and confirming ownership. Karen's arguments fell flat. This isn't right," she shouted. But the officer had already cited her for harassment and trespassing. Meanwhile, my K9s remained vigilant, ensuring she could not retreat or attempt to manipulate the situation further. The combination of legal authority and trained protection left her completely exposed and powerless. I calmly documented everything, taking note of her presence, her threats, and the repeated attempts to intimidate me. The officers confirmed my ownership and reassured me that any future fines or threats from the HOA were invalid. Karen and her team were left humiliated, unable to justify their actions in the face of law, security, and proper property rights. By mid-morning, the property was peaceful. My K9s relaxed but remained alert. The lawn was pristine, the lake shimmering under the sunlight, and the entire scene reflected calm and security. Karen had learned, once again, that ignoring legal boundaries and attempting to manipulate property owners would not end in success. Later that day, I filed a formal complaint documenting the harassment, ensuring a permanent legal record. Any attempt by Karen or the HOA to interfere with my property in the future would trigger immediate action, backed by law enforcement and security measures. The message was clear. Karen could call all the cops she wanted, issue all the bogus fines she desired, but when faced with legal authority, trained K9s, and a prepared property owner, her tactics were worthless.